This has been a really tragic day at Mapperton
Yep.
because we have lost one of our precious and much loved runner ducks. You can see the other two are over here. This
Yep.
was the white one, and it was attacked by the dog of a visitor. Now, when visitors come to Mapperton, there are lots of signs that say you must keep your dog on a lead because we've got chickens, we've got ducks, we've got a tortoise.
We have cats.
And this dog was not on a lead. It saw the duck, it went and ran after it, caught it in its mouth. Now that was quite bad, but then what happened is almost inexplicable, which is that the owner picked the duck out of the mouth of the dog, wrung its neck, and threw it into the long grass over here.
Yep.
The dead carcass of the duck. Not only that, but they then left the scene and she had her young son with her. And you know, I think the very least you can do if something like that happens is to come in and just say that this is what's happened and apologise. But anyway.
No, and I think what's also really quite shocking is this white runner duck was kind of like the leader of the pack. There's 3 of them, and she's been here for 10 years. So the entire team here was in shock. And
well, they become very fond of the animals. They're feeding them every day.
You come to Mapperton, and one of the first things you see are, you know, our 3 runner ducks. And I think the whole act is absolutely appalling. Number one, because you know, she ended up strangling, you know, the duck and then throwing it without trying to find one of us, the owners, just to tell us, gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't have my dog on a lead. It attacked your duck. I'm an apology. And so what's happened is I put out something on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok just saying this happened here. You know, we have a policy here. Dogs must be on a lead for this very reason. If anybody knows any information, or if you are the woman, please could you just come forward and have a conversation with us. And that kind of went viral, and which I'm so happy it did. So today we've had the BBC here doing an interview with me. We've had Bridport News, which is our kind of local big town, and then even a bigger town, Bournemouth. How far away is Bournemouth from here?
Well, Bournemouth is about sort of 60 miles. So it's made the local news. It may even be going out as a national news item. Now it is August. August is always a slow news month, and of course, you know, a story like this isn't of global significance, but it is of Mapperton significance. And I think it's sort of touched a chord with people that you really just can't really behave like that when you go and visit somebody else's place.
It did. So far, the Instagram has had like almost 2,000 comments on it. People are, you know, and so thank you for all of your support on social media. I think we were all in shock yesterday, and it took us almost an hour to try to find her. And that was, you know, so that's an hour out of our day trying to find.
We found her, and
in the long grass.
Raymond has gone off and buried her. Behind the biomass. He said to me this morning that he wanted to bury her there because there was a little pond that she used to really like going in, and so he's buried her as close to the pond.
Should we go see it?
As he could.
Yeah, I think we should go see.
So we can go and have a look.
Let's go have a look.
This, I'm afraid, is the last resting place of the white Indian runner duck.
Named Quackers.
And this is a seasonal pond, so it's an area that becomes wet. And Quackers' last resting place, I suppose suitably, is in the pond that she used to love coming to when the water is here in the winter.
Yeah.
So
sad. 10 years. She was here for 10 years, and then somebody who just with appalling behavior. Anyway.
R.I.P. Quackers.
Yep. There is a lot of press here covering this really sad story, and I need to get in front of the camera ASAP. So I popped into the house to make sure that my skin is camera ready in just 2 minutes. So say hello to my secret weapon, the incredible UFO 3 by Foreo Sweden, who's proudly sponsoring this video. Let me tell you that since I've incorporated the UFO 3 into my routine, the transformation in my skin has been nothing short of amazing. Dealing with dry skin has always been a challenge for me, but thanks to the UFO 3, the hydration my skin receives is simply unparalleled. Now, what sets the UFO 3 apart is its cutting edge technology. It's not just a skincare device. It's like having 5 anti-aging spa facials in the palm of your hand, all in just 2 minutes, which is what I need right now. So right now I'm gonna choose the H2O Overdose Mask, which is packed with hyaluronic acid, snow mushroom, vitamin E, and B5, and it's the ultimate hydrating boost my skin needs to get through the next couple of hours in front of the camera. You guys, and here is the best part. You can customize your experience. So whether you need a refreshing boost like me right now, or if you want a cozy night at treatment, the UFO 3 has you covered. With options to cool or warm your skin, it's like a personalized spa experience wherever you go. And the UFO 3's usability is incredibly simple. You can just follow a preset routine on the app or access treatments with just the push of a button. And personally, I opt for easy mode, so no app needed, and then I am ready to go. And here is a special treat for you all, my wonderful viewers. The UFO 3 is rarely discounted, but through the link in the description, you can get an exclusive 30% off plus an additional 10% for the first 50 people using the coupon code 10Montague. And trust me, this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. I am very grateful for my trusty UFO 3, especially now. It's not just a skincare device, you guys. It's my secret weapon for looking and feeling my best, no matter what happens in my day.
Sort of coming over. So these are Indian runner ducks, also known as the bowling pin duck, just from their shape, and those two sort of names for them entirely defines them. So the bowling pin, obviously the weird shape, and runner ducks, these ducks, so the reason why they have this shape is it allows their feet and legs to be a lot longer, which means they can actually run. So they can't fly, but they don't waddle, they run as a sort of get away from other predators, such as Stormy the cat. But they are very interesting ducks. And they will lay like up to 350 eggs per year, so they were very popular. That's why so many of them have actually been imported from India into these sort of stately homes to keep, well, just for food during the winter. But right now they don't seem too interested, or perhaps they're just a little camera shy. And all of these 3 ducks have entirely different personalities. So this white duck, he's sort of the mischief of the group. He's, well, very interesting. So the one with the sort of black head and the sort of beigey kind of body, that one is a new addition, but he seems to fit perfectly in the pack.
Well, we've had quite a 24 to 48 hours since the death of Quackers and since I did that Instagram post. Here at Mapperton, we have a dog policy, but dogs must be kept on a lead because we have wonderful chickens and runner ducks. And unfortunately, today, our lovely white runner duck, who has been at Mapperton for 10 years, was chased down by a small brown and white possible terrier dog. Not only, as you saw, was it in all of the papers here nationally, but I woke up this morning and it was in the New York Post. So it made it all the way across the pond to America, to the New York Post, which is quite extraordinary, to be perfectly honest.
People at a country estate in Dorset say they're in shock after a visitor used her bare hands to wring the neck of a duck.
Julie, this is a really distressing tale. It's quite an unusual story for us to cover. Talk to us about how you found out about what had happened to Quackers.
A small pile of white feathers shows the area where a terrier-type dog, off its lead, attacked Quackers the duck.
Dogs are meant to be on leads. There's signs everywhere saying that we have chickens and ducks. Please keep your dog on the lead.
After the dog attacked the duck, which has truly shocked the owners and staff here at Mapperton House and Gardens near Bedminster.
The dog owner came up to the injured duck, wrung its neck, and then threw the duck in the long grass without notifying senior management, and then left in her car.
Kill the duck, strangle it, walk off with it, throw it in long grass, and leave without contacting the owners.
Every single member of staff here, even members of staff who haven't been here as long as me, everyone was really, really upset about it and really quite shocked.
It's really struck the chord of many people, not only across the nation, but also in my home country, America. And I think it's raised awareness on keeping dogs on their leads.
The owners of Mapperton House say they haven't reported the incident to the police and they don't intend to.
Then we had, in the middle of the night, a hornet infestation. I cannot make this up. We've just had an infestation of hornets in the house. And there he is. I stayed away because they're so big. And there was no way else to get them out, everybody, but there's nothing else we could do. And today we are back to being open to the public. We still have had no word from the woman who strangled Quackers and threw Quackers, in fact, in the long grass right over there. No word. But we do have something rather exciting happening here today at Mapperton, which I'm just about to show you. Bit of a windy day, everybody. So I don't have my mics on. I've run out of the house in order to show you this. How cool. Oh my goodness. Lotus. So the Lotus, I don't know what the exact name of their group is, but obviously it's a Lotus classic car group. And they've come here. It's pretty amazing. Parked their cars here, going to have a spot of lunch. And I'd say it's a pretty good backdrop for your car to be in. Anyway, amazing. I'm gonna actually move a little bit further so I can get a good photo of this. I mean, it's wonderful. I'm sure lots of people are gonna be taking photos. Hi there. Look at. Back here. Here we go. Ta-da. How fun is this? Gosh, that's pretty amazing. So that has definitely brightened our day today.
Now, it's a couple of days after the Quackers incident, and my goodness, we've been absolutely overwhelmed by the amount of media attention that this has generated. This, of course, is good for Mapperton. It makes people aware of the place, and it's encouraging more people to come and find out about us and to visit us. But it's also good because it raises awareness of a really important issue in the countryside, which is the importance of keeping dogs on a lead. It's particularly important at Mapperton because we've got wildlife everywhere around the house. We've got the ducks, the chickens, the tortoise, the doves, lots of little children, And there are lots of signs saying keep your dog on a lead, but also in the wider countryside, including Mapperton wildlands, you must keep your dog on a lead because dogs will run after livestock and then really sad things can happen. Nevertheless, it's been astonishing to see the level of public interest in this story. I mean, if we go to the Times, it's page 3. I mean, that is just about the most read page of the paper. Murder most foul, hunt on for the killer of Quackers. Well, that's not quite true. We're not going out and really trying to find this person anymore. It would be lovely if they came forward and apologised, but I think with all the publicity, we're not really expecting that at this stage. We're just pleased that it's brought attention to this issue. Telegraph, I think it's on page 7. Here we go. Who killed Quackers the duck? Asks Viscountess. There's a picture of Julie, and Dorset Echo as well, which is our local paper. It's somewhere in here. Here we go. Family distraught as pet duck killed. And it's not just that. We're having follow-up stories. We've got the Telegraph visiting us today. Julie was on Sky News. It's been on the BBC. It seems to have legs, this story, and has really touched a public nerve. So as I say, we're pleased about that from the point of view of raising awareness both of Mapperton and the issue of keeping dogs on leads. We decided to do something else, which is to set up a Quackers Memorial Fund. And we've done this because it seemed to be a really good way, given all the public interest, of memorialising Quackers. We're going to create a pond in Quackers' memory, and this will be a new wetland at Mapperton. We've lost over 90% of our wetlands in the UK over the last 100 years, and they support so much important biodiversity, you know, from the wildfowl, including wild ducks that we hope will come to this pond, to all of the invertebrates, the insects that will live there, the bird species that will prey on the insects, the newts, etc., etc. So this pond will be created, and it'll be up at Mapperton Wildlands. It'll form part of the rewilding project, and it will be a lovely way to remember Quackers. If you'd like to support the creation of this pond, please do go to gofundme.com/Quackers Memorial. We'll put the details in the description down below.